Welcome to SIBS. I'm Tim Kiss, secondary principal. Walk with me. We are now entering the C2 building, and on our bottom floor we have our art room, Thai classes, and Chinese classes. The floors are separated by department, and the first floor is our modern languages and art department. On the right hand side we have our fully renovated art room here. Students appear to be working on some art projects right now. Let's walk in and see what they're doing. There are 6 different modalities of art that we teach here at SIBS. We have the textiles, the charcoals, the painting, ceramics, another variety. They've got high top tables here. Here's some ceramics. And in the back here we have our pottery wheels, and sewing machines, and firing kiln. Students have been working really hard this year on their projects, and we will be offering IGCSE art and design examinations. On the second floor, we have our humanities department, as well as our sciences. We've got biology, chemistry, and physics. There are both classrooms and laboratories for the science department. The left side here we have the humanities, and on the right side we have our sciences. So here we have the chemistry class. Again, they learn chemistry classwork in the classroom, and they do their lab work in the labs. Each student at SIBS also gets a locker, so you can see the lockers here on the right hand side. We do provide the locker, but the students need to provide their own lock for their locker. Here we have the physics classroom, and again there are classrooms and labs. Up on the right hand side here we are coming up on the physics lab. IGCSE and A-level practical examinations are conducted in our labs. Left-hand side here we've got our biology lab. We've got 8 anatomical models here on the left-hand side. We've got our high-top lab tables that can accommodate up to 6 learners, 3 receptacles for each lab table. Making our way now into the science department office. So this is where the science teachers help and each other meet, they plan. A lot of storage here as well, but this is for the teaching team to come together and create better lessons for the students. Here we have the chemistry and physics lab. This is where we offer our chemistry and physics practical examinations. Behind me we have the vent hood here for anything with caustic fumes that no one wants to be breathing in. We also have 5 separate sinks, so students aren't each at one sink. We have the eye wash station there as well for safety in case there are any accidents. On the 3rd floor we will make our way to the English department, mathematics department, and IT. So the first thing we will see as we get up to the top of these stairs here will be our English department. Now we have English as a first language and English as a second language. We offer that at the IGCSE level as well as lower secondary years 7, 8, and 9. The GCSEs for us at SIBS are years 10 and 11, and then AS and A levels are 12 and 13. Here we have Mr. Ash and Mr. Curtis getting in a bit of planning. Hey guys. They are both first and second language teachers. Mr. Ash is also our head of department. So that's just one example of a classroom you'll see at SIBS. You'll see it set up in the U shape. Other setups might be pods or rows. Just depends on how the teachers want to set up their classroom. Here on the left-hand side we have our mathematics department starting. And we have 3 English classrooms, 3 mathematics classrooms, and then 2 IT classrooms on this floor. On the right side is our IT. We're coming up on Miss Fritzy's classroom now. She is our head of art, design, and IT. This is also going to be a practical examination center for computer science as well as IT, information technology. If you want to take a quick peek in here, you can see that we have individual desks for the students. And there is Miss Fritzy right there planning some lessons for our A-level students. The computers are for practical exams, so that students do not use their own computer. This eliminates any attempt to gain an unfair advantage by using their own device, which we do have at SIBS in our Bring Your Own Device policy. Students are encouraged to bring either a laptop or a tablet. Again, it must be a 7-inch screen, so they cannot use their mobile phones. Here we have more IT classes here. This is year 10 ICT. As you can see, a lot of the students are using their own devices in this classroom. Next year, it will be fully equipped with more than 20 individual computers. We will now make our way back downstairs. So this is the secondary building. We also had the primary building. We are in the C2 building now. The primary building is the C1 building. We will make our way towards the canteen and gymnasium. The space that we are walking towards now is the C2 foyer. As I mentioned, we are in the C2 building, but separating the C2 and the C1 building is the C2 foyer. On the left-hand side of us, just ahead as we walk out these doors, is the secondary principal's office. This is where the vice principal and my vice principals, Mr. Jules, Mr. Bester, and myself operate. Here we have our 5-a-side football pitch. The students enjoy playing it at lunchtime and recess. They're able to get out on the pitch and burn up some of that energy that they've stored up throughout the day in their classes. Again, physical health is just as important as their mental abilities here at SIBS. So there are 4 separate windows that we have here. Students will obtain their lunch here. Years 7, 8, 9, and 10 are on the left side, and then 11, 12, and 13 students will pick up on the right side. They can sit wherever they choose. There's no assigned seating. It's a lunchroom, but this is our canteen. You also see some green bags there. That is for snack time, which is about to start. There are 2 snack periods during the day. In the morning, the students get a milk, and in the afternoon, they get a juice and some type of snack, either fruit or vegetables. We also, on our left side here, this is our Tiger Tuck shop, where our business studies students sell items during lunchtime and after school, mostly healthy snacks. There are a few other items that the kids have demanded. And again, if you do not wish for your children to purchase those items, please tell them to keep their money at home. We are now going to make our way to the second floor, which is where our gymnasium is. We are the only secondary school in the Chiang Mai area that has an air-conditioned gymnasium. There are maybe one other primary school, but we're the only secondary school that has an air-conditioned gymnasium. Let's see what type of activities are happening. If there's a PE lesson going on, you'll get to see the students active and about. On our right side here is the locker rooms. Students are encouraged but not required to take a shower after PE class. See, it's quite the gym. We have some students here playing basketball today. We have 4 separate houses here at SIBS. You'll see the banners there in the rafters. We have the Spartans, Trojans, Knights, and Samurai are the 4 houses at SIBS. Let's make our way downstairs now. As we're walking here, this is also where we have morning assembly. I forgot to mention that earlier when we went through. The C2 foyer is also where we conduct the morning assembly. This is the Breezeway here. This is the C1 Breezeway. Students will enter school through the Breezeway. They're not supposed to be in the building before school, so in the morning when they arrive at 8, I like to tell them after 8 is late. Morning assembly is at 8:15. But again, they should not go through the building, go through the C1 Breezeway. Left side here is the primary playground. Secondary students are not permitted to be in the primary playground. It is engineered for primary students. Secondary students are permitted to use the football pitch, and that's usually where they play. And then next year, we will have our AstroTurf football field. It's going to be covered with netting around it, so the students will be in the shade. It won't get too hot, hopefully, in those really hot months of March and April. Here to our left, this is the nurse's office inside this orange building here. That is, if the students are ever injured or need medical treatment, they will go to the nurse's office. This is the early years playground and butterfly garden you'll see here. A couple of butterflies in there flying around right now. Only early years students are permitted in the early years playground. That's pretty much it here at SIBS. I really appreciate you taking the time to walk with me. So thank you very much.